Hey, coming up a little later on, we're going to have Paulo on as we discuss Star Wars, which Fez and I got up and saw at 9 o'clock in the morning today like a couple of geeks.
It was the best.
I didn't want to give that away. Did everybody else see it? Has it been seen yet? I guess. Are you going to see it by this weekend, Rory? Or are you so pro Spider-Man that you won't give in to the greatest movie franchise of all time?
I will not see it, and I'm telling all my friends and family not to go see it.
You are a punk. Seriously.
That won't stop anybody.
Because I'm going to win this bet.
The bet is that Spider-Man, Roy says, will have a bigger end of the summer gross than Star Wars.
Now, Fez, you love Spider-Man, right?
I love Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man was great.
Which was the better movie, in your opinion?
Star Wars blows Spider-Man away.
Here's my problem with Spider-Man, and I went out and saw that on the first day.
Right?
I'm in a backlash mood now because they acted like it went from being an enjoyable summer movie to suddenly the nation psyche is somehow tied in. And we've always been large Spider-Man fans, and he's been a part of us. And acting like Spider-Man is better than Batman or Superman.
Spider-Mania running wild, Ronnie.
Yeah. But who has ever been a big Spider-Man fan?
If there had been such a big Spider-Man following in the past, the other Spider-Man projects that people tried to do would have been much better. Not that crappy TV show that they tried to pull off.
Yeah, but no one ever sat around and fantasized about being Spider-Man when they were a kid like they did Batman or Superman. How many kids would actually pretend they were Spider-Man? And I thought it was a good movie. I liked it. But this Star Wars, and there's plenty of flaws in this Star Wars movie, as always. But there were 3 scenes that made me feel like a kid again. 3 scenes that blew my ass away.
That's cool.
Where I was yelling.
The theater was yelling.
Yeah, we saw this. We got up 9 o'clock in the morning. We saw it at the Ziegfeld. Which, by the way, if you guys are going to go see this and you're in New York City, it's one of like only 2 that you can see the film, 2 theaters that you can see the film the way that George Lucas wanted you to, because it's shot on this new digital video. And at most of the theaters around the country, then they have to transfer that to film because they don't have digital video projectors. But here, and I guess one of the places in Times Square, they have it. Great look to the film, great sound.
It's so ambitious. I mean, every scene looks like it took 10 years to do.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, too. So we go there at 9 o'clock in the morning, me, Fezzi, and my kid. And the place is packed, 9 o'clock in the morning. Everybody looks like a businessman there. Everybody's in their 30s and 40s in their suits, so you know that they're going to work after they see this.
Chomping popcorn and just cheering along.
Yeah, and acting like kids.
Yeah, popping for everything.
Yeah.
Popping for the coming attractions. The minute the theater went dark, they pop for it. You hear the 20th Century Fox sounder. They go nuts.
But also they laughed at some of the inappropriate dialogue. I mean, they laughed at the film at certain places because Lucas always has things that just are awkward in the Star Wars things and have been since the beginning. People forget. The dialogue in the first one was pretty hokey, too. You know, that's always been part of it.
And this one keeps up the fine tradition. 877-692-1027.
Where does it rank for you, Fez? You have to see it once, or you need to see it a few more times?
I'm definitely going to see it a few more times. Man, I thought it was really good. I put it right now, since I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I put it right next to Empire Strikes Back, up at the top of my list of the Star Warses.
For me, it took a long time to kick in before I had that what the F feeling. You know what I mean? Like, I remember being a kid when I saw the first Star Wars, you just never saw anything like it before in your life. And you're just like, what the F? What the hell is happening here? This time, I felt like, okay, I see. Well, that's attractive, whatever. But when these certain scenes that I'm talking about kicked in, I had that feeling. And they probably were my 3 favorite Star Wars scenes.
I felt that anticipation of when you first saw them, and you don't know the characters right away, the first Star Wars, and they're stuck in a trash compactor.
Right.
You don't know what's going to happen. I started getting that anticipation during this film, finally.
It was good. I didn't think the music was as good for some reason. Maybe it was just the first listening, but I didn't feel like that jumped out to me as much as I was used to. There was certain things that were kind of a wink. I don't even know if do I want to pick, Fezzi? Do I want to just run down little things? All right, here's Pat. Pat said they saw it 2 times already.
Hey,
how you doing, Pat?
Hey, it's Matt, actually.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, card holder 1044.
Hoo-ah!
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw the midnight showing last night in regular film, and it was cool. But this afternoon, I saw the digital, and oh my God, it was like 2 different films.
Where did you see it at?
I saw it last night on the Jersey Shore down in Eatontown. And then this afternoon, I caught it at Jersey Gardens up by the airport, and that's a digital theater. And oh my God, it was like watching a 3D movie. It was like a totally different movie.
One of the things that I was even, because people don't realize, not only does Lucas make these movies, but his real job is changing the way movies are made. He does stuff with the technology, whether it's sound, whether it's video, whether it's special effects. And he did something with Yoda where they changed it from being a puppet like it was all these years to being a digital character. Yeah. I was amazed how real Yoda felt.
It looked really, really cool.
He looked like a real character. It's like the whole puppet aspect is gone.
Yeah, that whole puppet thing is over, and people pop big for Yoda. What do you think, Pat? You going to go back again? Are you done?
Yeah, because I got lots of family that still want to see it. I saw it with a bunch of friends last night, and actually today was my day off, so I caught it alone up at Jersey Gardens. But I know my brother wants to see it. I might even get my dad to see it because he took me to the one in '77.
See, that's kind of the cool thing, that when that music comes up, not only are you watching a movie, but then you're thinking about people that you saw the movie with the first time and where you were in your life and who's around and who's not around. It's very, very interesting for me. All right, thanks, Pat.
Thanks.
Here's Jay. Jay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Jay, what can we do for you?
Oh, it's Jake. Buddies.
Yeah, how you doing, Jake?
Yeah. I was wondering if you guys saw the coming attractions and how cool the new Matrix movies look.
I didn't know if I really liked that the Matrix scenes that they shot with that strange jumping around looking like it was underwater.
Did you get the preview with the knife fight?
No. I got the one where they were on the stairway where you've been seeing all the pictures.
Oh,
but
okay.
The audience popped for the Matrix like you wouldn't believe. I mean, people were coming out of their seats screaming.
My theater just erupted.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what I was looking at, and everyone was screaming ahead of me.
The Matrix is going to be gigantic.
I think it's going to be as big as this movie.
Yeah, when it comes out next year. It's going to be another good year next year.
What's the dealio? 2 Matrix movies within 6 months of each other?
Yeah.
Right, that's right.
One spring and one like Christmas.
877-692-1027.
All right, Al, just so you know, I would rather you count these up rather than have me read each of the over 3,000 emails.
Okay.
All right, so that would be better. While I'm on the air, I won't be sitting here with a pencil and pen going, here's one for Al, here's one for Earl. We can actually have the interns do that.
They can count, can't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I get a note
do percentages.
I get a stack of things and saying over 3,000 emails have come in, and here they are, Ron. Start reading.
Ronnie, let me hand you the phone book and see if you just want to go through a few names.
Although, when I look through some of these, maybe we will get to this later because people actually write their own opinions.
Not just a pick.
That's very funny. Al, one of the things is, Al, I don't know how you're going to live with how many people that actually don't like you. They can't just say he's going to lose. You're going to say, I hate him, I want him to die.
Well, for some reason, he just never buys that argument. No, people love me.
Hey, Mark, you're on Fez.
Hey, Mark.
Big S 297.
Hoo-ah!
You were talking about how Spider-Man is not as big as Batman and Superman. And I would like to disagree with that.
Go ahead.
If you look at the sales charts every month,
now, first of all, Mark, why would I ever look at the sales charts?
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
We're
keep track of that?
I'm like a comic book geek, so I actually read those sort of things.
I'm talking about in the nation's psyche. Superman, probably the most popular superhero we ever had.
But he's lame.
Would you just hold on?
Sorry.
I'm not asking you to be the cool geek kid that's never been laid. I'm just saying that now they have flip-flopped on that. After that, it's definitely Batman. And then you're looking a long way before people bring up Spider-Man. In terms of what, your kids would know and pretend they were. The grandparents would know stories about. Spider-Man is not even going to be on your grandparents in their head at all.
Right,
He's not that old.
If you do a family feud of name a superhero, we asked 100 people to name a superhero.
Right, exactly.
It's going to be Superman is number one answer.
All right, do we have to do that? Because we can do that with one of the interns tonight, Mark.
What?
We'll have the interns sit out and on the street and ask 100 people to name a comic book superhero.
All right?
They'd probably name Spider-Man because of the movie, though.
All right, we'll try it.
We'll see what happens.
You want to try it?
Sure.
All right, hold on. I'm going to put you on hold. We got these guys doing everything for me tonight.
It's
Also,
good for them.
before we move on, and let's come back with Polo.
All right.
And we'll do the real Star Wars review.
Nice Oscar blurbs coming up for Attack of the Clones.
Rory, I'm going to look at you man to man, eye to eye here. I want you to tell me what is wrong with Billy Staples that he keeps writing up everybody's wrong names on the phones.
He could be just taking too many
Is he
pills.
high?
I think he might be.
I'll tell you what it is. That man is deaf. You can talk to him in the office, and he doesn't even hear you. He needs to go to a doctor, an ear doctor, and get one of those Beltone Petite hearing aids.
It's probably because he's so loud he blows his own ears out.
All right, this on the instant feedback. I like this question. It says, Ron and Fez, this is from One Fish, Two Fish. What do more people have? Superman tattoos or Spider-Man tattoos?
Wow.
Now, let me say this. I went first day of Spider-Man. I don't hate Spider-Man. I'm just saying, now I am having a backlash because of the way the media is acting like, of course, Spider-Man was always the best.
You love to start a backlash.
Yeah.
The reverse bandwagon, I love.
I'll be on a Star Wars backlash within a week.
877-692-1027. Let's figure out if it's intern thing 1 or thing 2 going out on the streets to ask 100 people to name a comic book superhero.
All right, let me go with thing 2. Bring thing 2 in.
All right.
And give him a cell phone.
He's a little one.
Well, wouldn't one of them walk in here while Fez and I were having this conversation?
You would
Wouldn't
think.
somebody take the lead here? I'll tell you what.
I don't even think they're out there.
I'll say this. Wonder Boy would have. Tenacious C would have.
That's true. Thing 2, get in here.
All right, thing 2, you know you're an intern, right?
Yeah.
What are you running for?
Oh,
Where were you?
got a lot of stuff to do.
You got nothing to do.
All right. Tired.
What are you tired about?
Why are you tired? The show just started.
Running back and forth.
What is wrong with him, Rory?
Why
what
is
the
he-
hell's going on with your staff?
Do you have him on one of those hamster wheels powering the station?
Yeah, we need a little extra juice.
I'm being funny.
I'm sorry.
All right, he's not a ferret. You understand what we need you to do?
Yes.
Stop breathing heavy into the mic. Take a step back. I'm hearing your nose jets blasting.
It's really annoying.
I'm sorry.
How can you be so out of shape?
I drink a lot of coffee. It's killing me.
Yeah, I think I need a coffee tonight, Tony.
Yeah?
I know you know how to take care of that. Do you understand what your assignment is with us?
Yes.
What is it?
I'm going
First
out.
of all, you're on the radio. Spit your gum out. Spit your gum out. There you go.
There it is.
I'm not sure about this kid. I'd kill for Wonder Boy back.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes
I always hated him.
I'll just look out the window thinking about him. Here's what I want you to do.
Rainy
You go out
days.
with a pad and paper and then have a cell phone. 100 people come by. I want you to say, hi, we're doing a survey. I need you to name the first superhero that pops into your mind. And that's even, Fezzi, with Spider-Man out there. If I lose this, I'm going to feel terrible. And if we get that guy on, because I want him back on after this comes through. Yep. People saying that Spider-Man is bigger than Batman and Superman.
Do you understand the assignment thing, too?
Yes, Fezzi.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go out on the street, ask 100 people that walk by, what's the first superhero that popped in their head?
All right.
And then write it down.
Run! Run! Look at him.
Why does he call us Fezzi and Ronnie?
Yeah, would you stop? Would you have this whole comfortable thing stop?
There's a familiarity that shouldn't be there.
Because before you know it, you're going to be calling a Sweetie Pie and Poo Poo Buddy. And I want to stop it now.
All right.
It's Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez.
Stop this thing like the three of us are in a bed together. It ain't happening.
All right?
All right. I'm out of here.
You sure are. Don't throw the headphones. They're expensive, for God's sake. Can that kid do anything right?
I'm going to have a good talking with him after the show.
Beat him. Beat him now.
Roy, I want you to understand something. You're the producer of the show.
Okay.
Al is the boxer / gay guy / stunt guy. And we'll just leave it at that.
Billy's the deaf guy, because we had to...
Think of Al as... Billy doesn't even... we might as well put him with interns.
I could be the gay guy on there, the gay character. It'd be great.
That's what you are. You're the gay character on the show. Thank you. Now I'm worried about my Spider-Man, Superman, Batman bet. All right, Adam has a way he thinks this is going to come out. Adam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Adam.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Ronnie, you're acting like Spider-Man is some low life or something. Sure, Superman's first and Batman's second, but Spider-Man's third.
Oh, I agree. I probably agree. Can you think of anybody who would be higher?
I would either say maybe the Hulk or Wonder Woman even.
Well, Wonder Woman might be said by girls.
If you're just naming superheroes.
Yeah, Wonder Woman might be said by girls.
Someone might even say Robin.
Come on.
But Spider-Man, I want you to understand something. Spider-Man is a distant third.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
I'll give you that.
All right, thank you very much.
Later, guys.
I'm not attacking Spider-Man. I'm just saying to all the media people out there, stop acting like this country has some kind of Spider-Man fetish. It was a good film. That's why people are going out. Not that we've always thought of Spider-Man as us.
877-692-1027.
Or we can relate to Spider-Man more than we can to Superman or Batman. That's crazy talk. And it's part of this insanity that's going through the media right now, Fezzi, and I won't deal with it anymore. I'm putting a stop to it tonight.
The backlash has begun.
Maybe I'm too excited about our fight tomorrow.
Big-ass night of fights, too. Wallington, New Jersey, the Rec Room. We're going to hit the ring at 7 o'clock. Make sure you get there early. If you need directions, go to WNEW.com. Al Dukes versus Black Earl in the main event.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with a Star Wars review with Paul It's Ron and Fez. It's time for Oscar Blurbs with Paul
Oscar start at 8. Sean Penn better not be retarded. Rebecca Romaine will be tossing an Oscar salad. Looks like Harry's gonna find a potter of Oscar gum.
Polo has a big fat wife.
He sure does.
Yes, he does.
We're on a Fez.
Hey, Paulo, your life is a movie.
Hey, your life's a movie. How you doing?
Paulo, your life is a movie.
Thank
All
you.
right, Paulo,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you if, everything, the phones do sound like crap today. Paulo, when I ask you to name a superhero, name the first one that pops in your head.
Well, the Daredevil and Iron Man are two that just popping in my head.
Okay, then probably Daredevil is going to be number one, Fezzi. Now, why Daredevil?
Well, I mean, all the Marvel comic guys have all got these problems, and they're full of deep, textual subtext in their lives. I mean, the Daredevil guy with his blindness, but I always like the Iron Man guy. He's a rich. Spider-Man.
Paulo, I would have thought you would have picked The Shadow.
The Shadow, no, the Shadow never made it.
When he was a kid.
Yeah. No.
The Rocketeer.
The Fifth.
No.
Right, hold on, Paulo. I'm going to get into your Star Wars
Dick
review.
Tracy, is he eligible?
I'm going to get into your Star Wars review, but we have, because I'm a little bit sick of the Spider-Man hype, and I believe he's not as big as Time Magazine is letting on.
Yeah.
We've got our intern, Thing 2, out in the street checking. He's going to ask 100 people, what's the first superhero that pops into your head? Now, if people are anything like you, they'll say Daredevil. Followed, of course, by number 2, Iron Man.
Yes. Well, the reason they pop into my head...
The only way I would say Iron Man is name Black Sabbath songs that pop in your head.
No.
You like that one, huh, Paulo?
Yeah.
I heard the big belly laugh.
Paulo, where does Submariner come in?
Well, I like Submariner, too, the Silver Surfer. I'm a big Marvel guy. I mean, honestly...
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Peter Parker.
You married Thor.
I mean, honestly, compare Clark Kent and Bruce
All right, I'm not going to talk to you about it. You sit there quietly.
Okay.
All right, here is Jerry. Jerry, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, Jerry?
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, guys, how you guys doing?
Cool in the gang, my friend.
I listen every day. You guys are great.
Yes, we are.
Have to say that. And I totally agree with Ron.
Thank you.
On this one. Superman is superior. Spider-Man's great, but there's no way he's coming in first. People will say Superman first.
He's not. Spider-Man's not the top of mind superhero.
It's not.
It's not going to happen. And, I actually think you want to give a lot of credit to this movie, give it to Sam Raimi, the director. But don't act like America's had a love affair with Spider-Man.
Sam Raimi's the real hero.
Who would be number 3 in the DCs for you?
In the DCs, Green Lantern. I would probably yell out.
See, I don't know if a lot of people would say that.
I wonder if people would yell Aquaman.
I would hope so. I feel sorry for Aquaman.
Some kudos for him.
Here is Lou. Lou, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Lou.
Lou, you guys are a great show.
Yes,
but I agree with Superman. However, you guys are all forgetting to mention Captain America and Wolverine.
Captain America would be for the pre-World War II babies. That was a very big thing. I think Captain America used to fight the Nazis in the Golden Age.
Yeah. Okay, what about
Red
Wolverine,
Skull.
though? Oh.
What about who? Wolverine?
Yeah.
You know,
he's up there. He's the most popular X-Men.
Well, wouldn't you, if you were looking at actually Marvel Comics, wouldn't the X-Men be up there above?
I would think Wolverine in particular, individually, would beat Spider-Man out.
Yeah. See?
All right. Here is Mark. Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, well, it's such a great idea sending off the intern, biased but no matter what happens, he's going to get a biased opinion because of all of the Superman promo.
I gotta agree with you there, but even with that, I'm willing to bet Superman or Batman beats Spider-Man out.
Can I say one more thing, guys?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Parallax? He is the greatest of all time.
Cadillacs?
Parallax.
Oh.
Superman, no superhero could beat him.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. There's a vote for Parallax. And Paulo's favorite, X-Lax.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, are we voting on who's the strongest?
No, we're not doing any of that.
Oh, okay.
All right? It's the first one that pops in your mind.
Okay. All we're saying is, who is the most top-of-mind superhero?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Just like if I said, what's the first cola that pops in your mind?
What do you say, Paulo?
RC.
All right, say, you're just a pain in the ass.
You Roy
Calvin.
Brown idiot.
Calvin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Go ahead, Calvin.
Good evening, guys.
Yeah.
Just listen, I've been a Marvel fan since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man, right, when he puts his confidence together, when he puts his spider strength together, along with his spider senses, he is undefeatable.
He's undefeatable,
I'm not going to get into that.
Cannot be beat.
You don't think...
He has beaten the Hulk. He has beaten the X-Men.
He beat a hoe?
Yeah, he beat Hulk.
Oh, Hulk.
Yes.
You think there's any way in the world he could beat Superman on his best day?
He could give Superman a good run, but I think Superman will beat him because he's an alien.
Yes, that's
he
the thing.
He has superpowers, but he'll give Superman a good run. He'll definitely beat Batman.
I don't think so.
I think so.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks,
I do like the fact that he has spider senses.
When he gets it all together, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out who'd win, the Thing or the Hulk.
Why don't you ask your wife?
Oh.
I think the Hulk would beat the Thing. I don't even think that would be close.
The Hulk would destroy the Thing.
All right, Rory.
They've even done that in the books.
I'm going to talk to you so that crap will run downhill. Tell Al I want the intern on here and I want updates.
Okay. We're looking for Thing 2. He's supposed to be out on the street asking 100 people what's the first comic book superhero you think of.
Hopefully he'll be arrested for it. Just bothering people on the street. And 100 people should go walking past you on Broadway and 57th in about 8 seconds.
Sure. This shouldn't be a long all-night assignment.
All right, here's Too Cute. Too Cute, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Too Cute.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, baby.
Hey, Wonder Woman, of course. First one that pops to mind.
Yeah, I picked the Powerpuff Girls over Wonder Woman.
I love that thing they do on Cartoon Network where the Powerpuff Girls meet Wonder Woman.
Yeah, what do they do? I haven't seen this.
It's hysterical. The Powerpuff Girls actually say Wonder Woman and Aquaman. At the end, Wonder Woman says, "You're developing into quite the superheroes." And they go, "One day we'll be as developed as you." And they all start laughing at her, and Wonder Woman covers her breasts.
That was funny.
Yeah, you dress up like her, right, Too Cute?
I have in the past, yes.
Yeah. I like when you dress up.
Oh, yeah?
That's my favorite stuff. You coming out tomorrow night?
Yes, I'll be there. Maybe I'll even dress up.
Yeah, dress up.
Yeah.
And all the Ron Fez girls will be out. We got Sweet Melissa doing another one of her Triple X moans. And she's so dirty.
She really is. You can't believe the words that come out of Sweet Melissa's mouth.
And she is sweet. She looks like the girl next door. She looks like the girl that, your mom would like. And then she has such a filthy mouth on her. Also, French bread pizza will be out there, and all the girls will make her into a big ice cream sundae and eat that.
Yummy.
Eat it up. Which part are you going to be eating, Too Cute?
Oh, I don't know.
I have a feeling I know. You'll be in the Tain area. I know you.
You know me. Okay, well, we'll see, I guess. We'll just have to see tomorrow.
I think of you, I think of the Tain. I'm sorry.
All right, too cute. We'll see you out there tomorrow night, okay?
Okay, see ya.
Wear something tight.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, Too Cute. Tomorrow night at the Rec Room, big-ass night of fights, too.
Do not miss this. This is the best show we've ever put together. I think we put together some great shows over the year. I'm actually proud of this one.
This is really good. No Polo involved. That's what I like about
I'm
it.
relaxed with that.
Okay.
All right, Polo, shut up, please. We're doing a show. All right, we got Thing 2 out there, and we'll be able to listen to him a little bit. Here's all we're asking. Ask 100 people. Name the first superhero who pops into your head. Hey, Thing 2, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Ronnie. I got the first
What I tell you about Call Me Ronnie? Listen to me. Do not call me Ronnie, okay? We don't have that kind of comfortability going.
Mr. Ron.
I don't want you to call me Mister.
Call him Ron. The name of the show is Ron and Fez.
There's no Ronnie for you. Fezzy can call me Ronnie.
All right, Ron.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I got the first 25 answers.
All right, where are we?
I'm at the corner of 56th and 6th Avenue in front of the Citibank here.
Okay. Where are we in the poll?
We have 25 answers so far. 25 out of 100.
All right. Where do we stand so far at 25 out of 100?
I got 7 votes for Superman, an additional 7 votes for Spider-Man,
Wow.
7 votes for Batman,
Wow.
2 for Aquawoman, 2 kids trying to be obscure.
There's no
I got one,
woman. Why are you letting them even in? Go ahead.
and I got 1 vote for Wonder Woman, and then I got 1 additional vote, which is my favorite, for the New York City police officers and firefighters.
All right, I don't need you to take this thing over. I want you to be a normal person.
Right.
So your top 3 right now.
And I think his numbers added up past 25.
They did. He's a half an idiot. This may be his last night, Rory. All right, let me hear the way you ask somebody, okay?
All right.
Let's
Do you want me
see.
to actually do one?
Yeah, so we can listen in, okay?
Make sure you're doing it right.
Excuse me, sir. When you think of a superhero, what's the first superhero that pops in your mind? You said Underdog.
All right, there's one for Underdog. Let me hear you try a couple more. What
Okay.
puss that must
Excuse me,
have been.
sir. When you think of a superhero, what's the first superhero you think in your mind? That guy doesn't know.
That's okay. Keep
Excuse
going.
me, sir. When you think of a superhero, what's the first superhero's name that pops in your mind? Wonder Woman.
What a pussy. Call him a
Thanks.
pussy.
Excuse me.
Yo, puss.
Forrest!
Why wait?
Oh, come on. I had to run away from the guy. He's huge.
All right, so what? All right,
Everyone's huge to you.
All right, this is interesting
I know.
to me, though, Fezzy. All right, let's keep it going in turn 2.
All right. No around. Excuse me, sir. When you think of a superhero, what's the first superhero's name that pops in your mind? Spider-Man. That's a vote for Spider-Man.
Son of a bitch. The Spider-Man is big because of the movie. I should have tried this a year ago.
Thing 2, why don't you move to like 57th Street and Broadway?
Yeah.
And get off at 56th and 6th.
I'm on my way there now.
Yeah, be somewhere the people are, all right?
Okay.
All right, we're going to come back to you. All right, so it's very tight, Fezzy.
Not the people hanging out around the Citibank.
A 3-way tie right now.
Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man.
All right, here's Big Kev, who knows everything there is to know about comics. Big Kev.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, bud?
It's not even a question. It's Batman.
Well, apparently it is a question. It's a running about a 3-way race here, which we said it would be.
And Wonder Woman actually doing better than I thought with a couple of votes.
You're the one who brought Wonder Woman up, though. But I thought it would be just girls.
Batman's had more cross-media exposure than anybody else.
Yeah, but you can't, Superman was actually kind of like the first one, though, right?
Yes.
He was the first big
He was
one.
before Batman.
Well, yeah, but...
And a lot of people identify with that. I feel like a stranger in this world. I feel like these aren't my real parents. I feel like I don't belong here. And maybe...
Is that what you
I
feel
have
like?
some superheroes. That's the Jesus. I have some superpowers. That's the Jesus story. He wasn't with his real dad. He couldn't make friends. Suddenly, then he finds out he can do all these things.
Jor-El sent his only son to Earth.
Right.
Yeah, but Ron,
Weird.
I have a counterpoint.
All right, go ahead.
When you're watching the news and you hear about like a mugging or something or carjacking,
Yeah.
who do you feel like then? Who do you feel like when somebody cuts you off on the highway?
I don't feel like Batman.
No? You
No.
don't think like maybe somebody should be taking these guys out?
No, but like when you think of a runaway train or a plane or something, you're thinking only Superman. Batman ain't going to be able to do anything. If there's an earthquake, if there's a hurricane.
When I watch the news, I don't see runaway trains. I see,
All right, but if you're sitting around thinking, boy, I would love to have X-ray vision. I would love to be able to fly. I'd love to be able to pound someone through a wall.
I don't know. I think Batman's more identifiable.
You don't often sit there and think, wow, I wish I had a utility belt, although it's cool.
I think of Batman when I think of like Bill Gates or Donald Trump or somebody. Like, sure, if you get enough money, you can have gadgets to do this stuff.
Why don't one of those rich guys really do it?
I think
the guys with the funds.
I think they are.
Can you imagine Bill Gates in a Batman outfit? That would be hysterical.
All right, here's Jim. Jim disagrees with you, Big Kev. Hey, Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Jim.
It's got to be Superman. Because you're saying, hey, think of a superhero, the first thing that's going to come to your mind is Superman, right?
If you're playing word association games, sure.
All right, thank you very much. But think of Super Patty. She's not Spider Patty.
Kinda.
All right, let's get back with Thing 2 again. He's driving me nuts.
Get Thing 2 back on the phone. He's supposed to be moving to a different location.
Let me just check with the Hawk. Hawk, who are you picking? I think I know who he's going to pick. Let me write it down before you even say.
All right, mine down that I think he's going to say.
We'll play a little match game here.
All right.
All right, then.
Hawk fact.
Hawk, who did you pick?
Spider-Man.
Fez, let me see.
I said Hawkman.
Oh, that's good. I said, known for the fact that the bastard's from Queens, Spider-Man.
Nice, there it is.
Exactly. Forest Hills, just like Earl.
Is that where Earl's from?
Yep.
Tomorrow he gets buried in Forest Lawns.
This wouldn't have been a three-way tie.
Yeah, I got to agree with that. I think it'd be a runaway, and we'd be arguing whether it's Batman or Superman.
Exactly.
Big Kev, you coming out to the Night of Fights tomorrow night?
I believe I will be in attendance, yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
So I hear.
Who are you picking, Big Kev, in the main event?
That's a tough one. I think I got to go with Earl.
I don't see it. Earl is just acting like a baby, and I hate Al.
But Ron, he's got the rage.
I don't think so.
I don't think you're adding the rage factor in.
I've seen an Al rage in the past 2 weeks that is actually a shift in personality.
Yeah, but gay rage and black rage, two different things.
Yeah, that might be true. All right, here's Tom. Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, your intern's moving east on 56th Street towards 6th Avenue.
You just saw him?
Yep.
You're right next to us then, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be moving west towards Broadway.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks a lot for the
Spy report.
All right, that Thing 2 better know.
I just saw your intern.
That Thing 2 better know he's being watched at all times. Fezzy and I have people out in the streets. All right, here's Thing 2. Thing 2, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? I got another tally for you.
What is it?
I got 18 for Superman, and I got 9 for Spider-Man.
And Batman?
Batman's falling off. I got no votes for him so far.
You told us before you had 7 votes for him.
Well, I had 7 votes for him, but no new votes.
Well, we don't want new and old votes. So what is the total for Superman?
We want totals, you geek.
The total for Superman is 18.
All right. What's the total for Spider-Man?
9.
Okay, that's twice as many.
All right, what's the total for Batman? Still 7?
7.
All right, now how many do you have altogether?
I have 35. Yeah, 35.
All right, we're gonna
35,
check.
I believe.
We're gonna check back with you, Thing 2.
He's going to 100. He's out there on the streets. He's supposed to be heading towards 57th Street and Broadway, asking people, what's the first superhero you think of when you think superheroes?
You hear the kid's nose jets?
He's as blown up as Billy chasing a hansom cab.
It's like having Darth Vader on the phone.
Wow.
Right, now, do we have that other guy, too, that I can call back later? Glenn? The guy I got in the argument about?
The guy who started this whole thing?
Yes. Good. Because if this holds up, and I hope it does...
Right now, Florida is too close to call.
You still have Mr. Glass on the phone as well?
I am going to rub it in his face like it was a master's degree.
That's what Al Dukes hopes to do tomorrow night to Black Girl after their match.
All right, Big Kev, did you see Star Wars?
I did.
What did you think?
I thought it was good. I thought it was better than episode 1, which wasn't really hard to pull off.
Right.
and I thought it was beautiful, and it's just like every other Star Wars movie. It suffers from the same thing that the rest of them suffer from: weak dialogue.
Yeah.
You know, not maybe top-notch performances. Let's
Here was
say.
one of my thoughts with the Star Wars today, and Hayden Christensen as Anakin. Couldn't you have done Phantom Menace with Anakin being Hayden Christensen?
Yeah. I got no problem with that.
Not if you put 10 years between each film.
But why do it?
Yeah, don't put 10 years there then.
We didn't last time for the first trilogy.
Well, that's true.
You know, I mean, have Hayden Christensen in the pod race. Have him as a slave. You're still going to have the line he's too old to begin the training.
Maybe. I never thought about it that way.
Here's Polo. Polo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Polo.
What did you think, Polo?
I personally, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, so I thought this was the best film of the entire series so far.
Oh, you're on crack.
You're okay, get lost. The point is,
This was not better than Empire Strikes Back.
First of all, the first three films are not technically all that impressive. I never thought the first three films. I mean, it's hard to relive the excitement that the original fans had for those.
That's
first three
true.
films. I mean, the fact is that this is a bigger and better film.
But I will say this, Polo. The guys that we watched the movie with this morning at 9 o'clock were kind of reliving their childhoods. Everybody was in their 30s and 40s and flipping the F out.
Sure.
They were pumped up, and with their blood pressure at their ages.
Right. It wasn't a pretty story.
I mean, to a certain extent, it suffers from not having a Han Solo kind of a character in there to kind of have, bring in a little bit more comic relief to a certain extent.
Yeah, because Han Solo was so funny. We all laughed at silly Han Solo.
Yeah.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
All right, here's my problem, and I'm glad you're on too, Big Kev. You'll back me up on this, or maybe you won't. I think that Lucas has got to understand this is like a mythic story, almost like a Shakespearean thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to see diners in it as some little, you know what I mean?
Right.
There shouldn't be a diner. There shouldn't be, we're making fun of NASCAR with pod race announcers. There shouldn't be suitcases for any reason. You got to be taking us to a whole different place.
I agree with you on that.
To a certain extent, though, you can go as deep as you want into this film and pull out what you want. I mean, he's throwing things all over the place. I mean, it's full of visual information all through the film that you can't even begin to start picking out of that film.
Ron is talking about pandering, you tool.
Oh, you moron, shut up. The thing is what I'm saying is he's trying to throw as much in there to a certain extent to build, to give things for everybody who in the audience who might not be the biggest Star Wars maniac as it's just little fun things throughout the whole movie.
Right, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
How do you know this, Polo?
Because, I mean, the fact is he's got that complex, that Skywalker Ranch. He's out there. And there's these tons of guys out there working hard, day in and down, 9-to-5 job every day of their life. This is their whole life is going to be
What the hell are you talking about?
And he's not running a coal mine out there? You realize that?
That this is the jobs that 99% of people who are in that industry want to be at the Skywalker
their
Ranch?
whole life is Star Wars. So they have
back to that effing Lucas
Skywalker sound is in half the films that come out. What are you talking about?
I'm saying this is the main job that they have.
No, it
Star Wars.
isn't.
No, it isn't, Polo. I got to agree there.
You're a moron.
All right, Polo, we got to take a break. We'll come back and we'll just review this. Thanks a lot for calling in, Big Kev, and we'll check back in to see what most people would say when you say to them, name me a superhero.
Thing two is our intern is out on the streets of Manhattan. He is getting the information. He's going to ask 100 people.
Now, this is only his third day, I think, being with us. He has no future in radio. He has
You can tell that soon. You have a feeling for these things.
idea what to say once he gets on the air.
You have a sense for these things. I trust it.
I felt a movement in the force.
I felt a movement in his pants.
No.
877-692-1027.
We're on a fez. All right, we got Polo, our movie reviewer, doing a horrible job reviewing Star Wars, Fezzy.
Well, he does a horrible job every week, but he's doing a really horrible, extra horrible job today.
And I don't think he even seen the film.
Did you see this film, Polo?
Yes.
Because I'll turn you into the critic board.
Yes, I've seen the film. I saw the film 2 weeks ago.
So what do you give it out of, you say it was your favorite of all the Star Wars films?
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly and obviously a bigger, better film than any of the Star Wars films.
Oh, what's your second and third and fourth?
Well, I mean, obviously, everybody talks about Empire Strikes Back.
But you. Everybody but you.
Everybody but me.
You act
Well,
like it
because
never
I'm not
existed.
really a Star Wars maniac, you know. I barely keep the story straight as it is. You know, there's so many plot twists and things.
I know you hate that in the film.
No.
All right, here's John. John wants to talk about Star Wars because he actually saw it on Lake Polo. John, how are you, my friend? Hey, John.
Hey.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Calling the gang.
So I saw it last night at 12:01, and I was really psyched. You know, I mean, it was a lot better than Episode 1, but I don't know if you noticed, but all the clone. I mean, first of all, Lucas went out of control with the CG, like too much. I don't know if you noticed all the clone troopers. They were all CG. There was not one real guy, and it's not that hard to make a costume that looks like that. And then,
why do you care about that, though?
well, you know, if you're a nerd like me, you gotta pick it. But
why? I mean, why do you care one way or another?
well, because when you go back to the first three, you know, like take Jabba for example, like that was a puppet that took 8 people to operate, and like when you think about that, that's super cool. You know, like it's real, it's tangible, all the shit.
All right, you know what?
But it's true, you know, it's part of the whole thing.
No, it's not. Thank you very much, John.
He's old school, Ronnie. He likes puppets.
First of all, it's stupid because if you got into the Star Wars thing from the beginning, it wasn't about puppets in the first one. It didn't get into about puppets until the second and third one.
Yeah, where were the Muppets?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not going to sit here. Right from the beginning, it was about technology, and I'm not going to gripe because we're putting puppeteers out of business,
out of control with the CGI.
And I will say this: I think this was the first time I ever liked Yoda.
Yeah, I mean, Yoda's a big change in this movie. I think
kicks ass.
Speaking of Yoda, how's your mother-in-law, Murray?
Oh, please, let's not get into my mother-in-law.
Speaking of little green beast.
I know, exactly. Yoda is obviously going to be a big buzz in this
May
movie.
the farts be with her.
And also with you. You know what? We ought to talk to Yoda. Hey, Yoda, you're on Run the Face.
Quiet, Archie. Yes.
Hi, Yoda.
Hello, Master Yoda.
Yes, hello to you all. Oh, no, you suck.
That's true.
An Oscar blurb I have for you.
Oh, Oscar blurb.
Yes. Attack the clone's wheel. At the Oscars, that is.
Very good.
May the force be with you.
And also with you.
R2 got electrocuted again.
Why does he talk so... Why is his grammar so bad?
Why do you worry about it?
I don't understand.
My grammar is not bad. Understand, you do not.
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot, Yoda.
Yes.
Here is...
Thank you, Master Yoda.
Here's Tom. Tom, you're on Run the Fez.
Hey, Tom.
10512.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. I thought this was actually might have been the worst Star Wars.
Why?
Well, the dialogue in the first 2 hours of the movie was just killing me. You guys
go back. Do me a favor. Go back and watch the first one and listen to the dialogue.
Well, I understand,
and it will kill
the dialogue in that
you. It has always blown. Here's what was bothering me. Queen, whatever the hell her name is.
Amidala.
No, I gave up the election. I've served 2 terms as queen. Now I'm senator. Are you a queen or not? We didn't. No one ever said you had to be a queen.
Why does that planet keep electing 12-year-old girls as queens?
It's ridiculous.
I mean, the last 20 minutes were cool. That whole battle stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to give away anything for anybody. I really don't. But yes, I had to agree with you. That kicked enough ass for me.
And the new Anakin, come on.
Actually, there was one scene with Anakin that effing gave me chills.
I got no problem with the Anakin, Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
That Natalie Portman, I think if you got to pick someone in the film, she's the weakest link.
Not with that ass. I would do horrible things to that young queen. Here is...
You're Jango Fett.
Yeah. On a good... Oh, by the way, Polo, did you recognize Jango Fett?
Of course. I mean, this is going to be a big geek alert, with the Boba and the Jango Fett. Yeah, Tamara Morrison was from, obviously... he started out in...
There was a little independent film out of New Zealand, Fez. Everybody should write this down. It's called Once We Were Warriors. Is that it, Polo?
Right.
And it is the freakiest. Did you see that?
Yeah, I
Roy?
did see it.
Yeah, I saw it a bunch of times, actually.
Doesn't that movie flip you out?
It is very freaky.
He's an abusive husband, yeah. He's very good.
An abusive husband that belongs to this kind of tribe, modern day, though, Fezzy, and they got nothing to do. They're all in the dole, and they're drinking every day, and he's abusive to his wife and kids. And it looks like it was shot in a real world type way. It was very independent, and this guy is scary as hell.
Well, what is that tribe that does the tattoos on their face and everything?
I don't know.
The O's.
They actually played that on primetime TV, like on our Channel 2, like at 8 o'clock.
Yeah?
Yeah, because
Really?
spousal abuse over in New Zealand is really, really bad.
Well, you realize
Thanks to Luke and Butch.
Long Island isn't New Zealand, right?
No, not at all. He was actually the father in that, was also in Speed 2. He was the cruise driver.
Right. The
Yeah, he's
captain?
been around.
Yeah, he was the captain.
The cruise driver. That means captain.
Hey, Gary, you're on Run and Fez.
He's learned to talk from Yoda. Hi, Gary.
Hey, hello, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I gotta say, I sat there last night, I watched it at 12:01, and I sat there with my girlfriend. We're both psych students, studying clinical psych. And Hayden Christensen did an amazing job really nailing, just what a psychopath Vader is.
Yeah.
And just, how it is, a neglected teen could become an insane maniac like
And
that.
only one thing has to happen. One horrible thing has to happen.
Exactly.
Where he just says, F it, man. I am not going to be the guy that stuff happens to. I'm going to be the guy who makes things happen.
And I think Natalie Portman's a great actress, and I think she was kind of weak in the movie, but again, when you're a teenage queen of the galaxy,
Yeah.
she's not right. She's not right either, though. You know what I
but
mean?
here's the problem I think Fezzi had with her. She can't do action scenes. She's like a pretty little girl. She shouldn't be running around with a blaster, and she runs like a girl. She hits the blaster
She
like a
runs
girl.
like Hawk. It's awful.
A big faggy.
Well, the big gladiator scene, she does pretty good in those scenes.
Gladiator. Come on, Polo. No, there's no gladiator scenes. They're called
There's a big
Jedi.
thing with the giant arena.
Right, but that's not gladiator.
It's a kind of a gladiator ripoff, yes.
God, what an idiot. Craig, you're on Fez.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey,
How you doing,
buddy.
buddies? I'm just beginning to wonder if George Lucas found the first 3 scripts in the garbage, because, the writing is just... I thought it was awful.
But here's the thing. I want you to understand something. I'm not kidding about this. Go watch or read the first 3 scripts. They were always awful. He's a geek. He's a tech guy. He's never been good at writing dialogue.
Yeah, I know.
The story, at best, is pretty simple, and every time he tries to cluster F it up, it gets stupid.
It's like the movies are just eye candy these days. I mean...
It always
I'll
was.
take it.
I want you to understand something, Craig. You were probably just younger before. It always was that way.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
it never
I
was
was never
great
a fan
stuff.
That
the first 3 movies.
That first Star Wars, the one they call the New Hope now.
Yeah.
There's probably very little dialogue altogether if you add it up.
Here's what I would like to point out to Mr. Lucas, and then he will dig it. You want everybody to pounce and be ready? You break out the lifesavers. Every time they did that, every time someone yanked one, everybody got pumped, because that's what the movie's about. It's about these Jedi. And I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but you know how, I'll just say this to you, Roy. You know how when the Jedi all just sit around in that stupid room on their fat asses?
That drives me nuts.
And Fez and I were joking about it right before, going, I'd like to be one of the lazy Jedi who keeps sending out the same 2 guys. They stop being, and they become like the Magnificent Seven. And I mean, that was a huge, huge pump. Then finally you went, oh yeah, man, these guys are ass kickers.
Yeah, they finally get out of the lazy boys, which is nice.
To me, though, there's no better scene than the early scene where they're jumping off space pods into space. I mean,
I didn't like that too much. I didn't like the inner city race scene. That didn't work for me.
That's what I can't get out of my head. That whole thing. It made Spider-Man look weak.
Oh, I understand. It was great. It's just like the pod race. But to me, that's not Star Wars. They're not supposed to be in an inner city. They're off in distant places.
But that's the point, though, is that with each new film, you're getting more information. And this whole thing on Coruscant is just a whole new layer to the whole Star Wars myth. And I got it. That's what I really
So you're going to say...
It looked like Hong Kong to me.
I know. It looked like Hong Kong today.
But it was just the incredible...
Edible egg?
Nerves of steel that these Jedi showed. I mean, just the way they...
All right, Polo, don't sit there and keep talking to me, okay?
I know. You're just being an idiot. You're not saying anything at this point. That's why you're not a big-ass Night of Fights, too.
Good. Okay. Whatever.
You don't get to be in a sucky bed this time. How you like them apples?
Thank you.
Feel good about that?
Yeah, well, look, I have no problem with the abuse that you guys...
Thank you. And you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, Polo.
Thank you, Polo.
All right.
He can ruin anything for me, Fez.
He'll call in, say, best Star Wars movie of all time, and then somehow dismantle it.
Right. Or pick out something that doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, well, sure, he's trying to do something. He's trying to make it another city gangbang scene.
It's always been a situation of, Skywalker Ranch, the book at 9 to 5.
All right, here's Mark. He's the guy who we started the superhero debate with.
Hey,
How
Mark.
you doing, Mark?
Hey, guys.
Mark, I guess you've been listening that we said Thing 2 out there. Is Thing 2 finished with his top 100? He's got 3 to go? All right, good.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to go to him. Hey, and you said it was going to be Spider-Man.
Yes, I did.
Spider-Man. I said Superman, then Batman, then Spider-Man. We haven't talked to him since he was about halfway done. Thing 2. Hey, Thing 2.
Hey, Ron, I'm at the corner of 51st and Broadway.
Finally.
I got
you're
a
on
grand
Broadway.
total of 97.
All right, give us the top 3.
The top 3. I got 39 for Superman. I got 33 for Spider-Man. And only 13 for Batman.
Wow, Fezzy, Batman.
I would have thought Batman would have done much, much better.
So Batman falls to 3rd. All right, let me hear you do your last 3.
Poor Dark Knight. I hope they're for Batman.
Excuse me, sir. When you think of a superhero, what's the first superhero's name that comes to your mind? When you think of a superhero, like Spider-Man, Batman...
You're an idiot. Shut up.
Do that.
What an effing moron. What an effing moron. What is wrong with you? Have you been doing that all
Go to a
day?
different person.
No, listen to me, Thing 2. Have you been doing that all day?
No.
I want you to know you're the worst intern we've ever had.
Now, this is worthless, these results we just wrote down.
No. You got so many people that speak different languages in this city. You got to explain to them what superhero is.
Then you move on. You don't sit there and try and vote for them.
Does that mean I win?
Why would you give someone the answer?
I got one guy here. You want this guy? Excuse me. When you think of a superhero, what's the first name that pops in your head? Huh? When you think of a superhero, what's the first name that pops in your head? First name? First name. Okay, Hassan. Who? Hassan. Sorry, that's not a vote. Thank you.
Do you know how to walk? Listen, Thing 2. Do you know how to walk up to an American?
Yeah, I just can't find one right now.
You're on Broadway, you idiot.
You're doing a really, really bad job. I just want you to know that.
Excuse me, sir.
Shut up. Shut up.
He ruined this. This was going to be a scientific study.
All right, Pantera just wrote in. Please change his name to Cheese Dick. You have it, Pantera. Like Florida, the results have been tainted.
Yes. Now, this research is meaningless.
All right, Mark.
Will you
Mark.
concede now?
No, I don't concede. Actually,
I concede our intern's an idiot.
If anything, he opened with Spider-Man or Superman, and no wonder Batman got effed.
Right.
Because I thought for sure Batman would come in 3rd. Maybe we'll do this later this week.
All right.
All right, Mark?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you next week, okay?
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, Mark. We'll try this again and get a better, clearer sampling. One that hasn't been effed up. One that hasn't been all cheese-dicked.
What a cheese dick.
He really, really is.
It's our buddy the Heckler. How you doing, Heckler?
Heckler!
Hey, buddies. Listen, the Sony machine is in full gear. This movie's being hyped. Ronnie, you're 100% correct. People are sheep. People are cattle that are going to go with whatever's being on subway posters and commercials.
You love people, Heckler.
Well, listen, the bottom line is this. When you say superhero, there's one answer. It's Superman, and I'll tell you why.
Not Thor for you.
Well, he's a personal favorite along with Captain Nice and Mr. Terrific.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Actually, somewhere I have a tape of those.
Classic TV, my friends.
Yeah.
Now, looking at superheroes, Superman was popular in the short features in the 1930s and 40s with the cartoons. He maintained his popularity with the TV series in the 1950s with George Reeves, Great Caesar's Ghost, and then the Christopher Reeve series. So basically, Superman is probably the most well-known in the world. And in our everyday language, when people are overwhelmed working, what do they say?
Great Caesar's Ghost.
They say, I'm not Batman, I'm not Superman. They say, I'm not Superman.
You know, right? You're right. No one ever say, hey, I'm not Spider-Man. I can't do it all.
Yeah.
Here's another thing.
No one ever says, I'm not the Martian Manhunter.
All right, so we all, Fezzi, kind of agree that Superman,
It's
number
just
one
the
hero,
American
right?
public-
Yeah. But here's an interesting one. If you were to say, what's the number one villain, what would you say?
Joker.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just seems to me that the American public, you know, the more that these huge corporations control the media, whether it's Time Warner, Sony,
The Daily Planet,
we're going to get the
CBS.
flavor of the month and the hype. I thought most of the Batman films were crap. I was a diehard fan of the TV series as a kid back in the 60s, but...
And that was great.
And you thought the movies were crap.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, they were too dark. I didn't like the casting. I didn't like George Clooney. I was going to say Nick Clooney.
I don't like Nick Clooney either.
They should use
Val
Rosemary
Kilmer.
Clooney.
I thought they were too dark. To me, Superman is synonymous with American superhero, and that's just... It's no contest. And for anybody to think otherwise, you're either very young or you just don't have a clue because
Or not
Superman...
You know what? Let me tell you, I would have proved it if not for Cheese Dick or New Intern.
Yeah,
Let me go-
kudos to Pantera for that nickname. That rocks.
Let me go back to Cheese Dick. Cheese Dick.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, are you all done now?
Well, I guess so. We put an end to it.
But I mean, here with the show. Here's what I want you to do. Grab me an iced Frappuccino. And if
I got you.
And make sure you don't spit in it or put your D in it, okay?
You know, if that thing tastes like cheese, we're going to know what happened.
Don't ever think you can get even with me because I'm a friend with a scientist and I'll have her run. Okay?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Who would you say is the best villain of all time?
Joker.
Yeah, it's a Joker.
Not even close.
Not even close? What
Yeah.
about Superman's villains?
You know, that whole Lex Luthor thing, I couldn't be more bored with
I'm
that.
going back to the TV series. How about Georgie Gleep?
You're so
I don't
funny.
know who that
You're
is.
so funny, Heckler.
I'm just living in the past. I'm sorry, guys.
You're the best.
You are. You are the best. All right, we'll see you later, Heckler.
I got to go now and watch Inspector Henderson crack the crime.
All right, my friend.
Take it easy, buddy.
Another Superman TV series character.
Roy, let me tell you something. Get over to a microphone.
Uh-huh.
Cheese Dick is your responsibility.
Wow.
You're the producer of this show.
I'll beat him after the show.
Beat the cheese out
Did
of
you
him.
try to explain to him how to be on the air?
Yes, I did.
Now, I know, I heard you on the phone in the green room, how you went over it and over it of how to ask the question.
Yes, I did.
We asked him in here. Repeat it to us. How are you going to do this? And he ruined it.
He did. He just didn't follow directions, and he's going to pay the price for that.
Wow. Now we go to school. Now we go to intern school.
That's right.
Hey, Jim, you're on Manifest.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, I had a question I wanted to ask you guys about the new Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you have to have seen Episode 1 to enjoy this one?
Oh, you're saying you didn't see episode 1?
No, I heard too many bad reviews about that one.
Then why bother?
Oh, I got advice for Cheese Day.
All right, here's the thing, Jim. If you're reading a book
Yeah,
and you have a bad chapter,
sure.
and you like the book other than the bad chapter, muddle through. This is what this is. That's a chapter.
So I should go rent that one first, you say?
No, I say don't go see either.
Okay.
You don't belong there, Jim. You're not part of it.
Included?
I'm not worthy.
The
I'm
Jedi
sorry.
Order?
This is for everybody but you.
Wow.
I got advice for Corky, though. I mean, for Cheese Dick.
Yeah.
Somebody with a turban, don't ask them. Thanks a lot.
Stupid.
I know.
You can't tell you're walking up to a foreigner in this city?
He looks like a foreigner from Cheese Dickia.
Boy, I'll tell you, I just want a good show, Fest. That's all I've ever wanted.
I just want Tenacious C back.
Bill, you're on Manifest.
Hello, Bill.
Hey, guys. Hey, buddies. Okay, Ronnie, what was the scene that gave you chills? Was it with the, I won't say anything, but was it with the Sand People?
Yeah.
That was
That
so
gave
cool.
me chills. It could have ran longer for me.
That's exactly what I thought.
But I knew where his head was at with doing the, hey, we'll just let you. I didn't even like that he explained later what he did because I already knew.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was on his way from there.
It was so awesome.
Yeah,
It was so cool.
That and anything with the Jedi and, of course, Yoda. And those were, I'm not kid you not, my 3 favorite scenes in all the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Why I say that this was the best? No.
All right, what
There's
about
something
this,
wrong
though?
with George Lucas. He's a maniac.
What about this? They get to the Skywalker homestead, right?
Yeah.
You meet whoever. I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
don't ruin it for people.
Okay. They don't remember who 3PO is. I mean,
They weren't there when he made him.
no. He was there when they bought the droids in Star Wars. they bought 3PO and the NR2.
Yeah, I don't think it would be that big a deal. It was just there, and all those things look the same, like R4.
I see what he's saying, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
that's the problem when you do these prequels. Like,
yeah, a prequel is a problem.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
He's not being as thick, as specific as he should be. And the other thing, too, is don't the Jedi disappear when they die?
Well, Obi-Wan did. Yoda did.
And the other guy did.
And Phantom Menace.
All these guys
Liam
are
Neeson
croaking
didn't.
left and right. None of them, they're still there, you know?
Yeah, but I think you have to be further along in what's happening to actually do that.
Unless
I think you have to be like a master. Yeah.
I bet it's going to get explained to us in 3.
I hope so. But the coolest, though, was like just at the end with the setup for the Empire.
Yeah, that, and I'll tell you what else I liked. I liked the fact that we saw Anakin physically becoming a little bit Vader.
Yeah, that was cool. I think they could have done more with that. It could have been darker.
Yeah,
like with that last battle with...
Well, but it isn't totally dark yet. That's the thing. You're still kind of pulling for the kid. If you were watching this from the beginning, all right, and this was episode 2, you wouldn't be thinking, oh, he is just going to become evil.
Right.
You know, we've been told the story all effed up.
Right.
Right now, you're still saying, listen to Obi-Wan, please.
Yeah. You can make it. You're just a brash, crazy kid. You're going to pull out of this, and you're going to be the hero we all know you can be.
Right.
That's why we tell Rory every day.
He ain't. All right, thanks, Bill.
Wait.
No.
I gave you enough.
Wait!
I'll tell you, Cheese Dick has ruined this.
He did. It was supposed to be a good day.
Tomorrow night, I want to be the greatest night of my life, and I don't want Cheese Dick to be there.
Right now, it's a big-ass Night of Fights 2 Eve. We will be in Wallington, New Jersey tomorrow night at the Rec Room, WNEW.com, if you still need directions.
Yeah, get out there because this is the best show we've ever put together. This is going to be so much fun. And it's one of those be there or be square. There's nothing more we can do for you folks.
I know, you don't want to miss it. I mean, it's Al Dukes versus Black Earl. It really is a battle of who's the biggest loser here at WNEW? Who's the most unpopular?
It's evil versus incompetence for me. That there was ever that historic fight.
Billy Staples, I can't wait to see what he's able to do in a Diggstown Challenge. 5 opponents, 6 different rounds.
I don't want him to F this up. By the way, one of his angels is here.
Oh,
Is he hanging
nice.
out?
All right. We'll have to talk to the angel.
It's little Christy. We'll be talking to her. We'll talk to her in a few minutes. We'll wait until we come back. She's playing our pinball machine.
How's she doing?
Blah, 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 blah. She wants to make out with Fez.
No way, Jose.
So stupid. You're like 3 saying that. Do you know that? That's like a 3-year-old thing. It's nothing a man would ever say.
No way, Ron.
That's better. That's
better.
All
right, just so I know.
You knew. You don't say no way, Jose. How you doing, Jeff?
She's got cooties.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Ron.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Was the Yoda fight worth the price of admission?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty. That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Flop down your $10.
There you go. 10? Is that how much? Thanks for letting me a ticket.
No problem, my friend.
This on the instant feedback. Ron and Fez, do you think that Superman represents the USA and Batman New York? That is interesting.
Huh. Superman is very USA oriented. You'll always see Superman carrying a flag.
Yeah.
You'll never see Batman with a flag.
No, you'll never see Batman pushing the country. And he's in the city. You know he loves it, and he's at the very best, where it's the best city ever.
Right.
Gotham City, when it's rich people having fun, nothing's cooler. And then at the very lowest, scummiest part he can be. And he has to deal with it. Like everybody when you're in New York. You can be Donald Trump, and you still could have a homeless guy urinate on your shoe. There's nothing. You cannot be so rich to get out of dealing with the traffic here.
Yeah. If you look at it, Superman soars. Superman flies above everything.
He's above it all.
Where does Batman go? Into a cave.
Into a cave.
Underground, actually.
Yeah,
Below ground.
Like a scumbag.
Right.
Hanging upside down like a filthy whore.
How do you know whores hang upside down?
Is
that the way they're left?
He's the party a lot. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's the way they're left, hanging upside down.
All right, we, a big-ass poll is out right now reminding everybody, and it's a chance for you to win if you get these things sent to you in your email, Fez.
Very nice.
We're still counting them up. Right now, Earl has 2,006 votes.
Wow.
Al has 590 votes.
Oh, my gosh. That's a landslide at this point.
77% to 23%. So if this was election, you'd call it now.
Yeah, you might want to call it.
If you also want to vote on this, just write it in around Fez at WNEW.com. Bring the gay cricket in. Let's see how he feels knowing that more than 3 out of every 4 people are betting against them. It sounds big until you think it's only 3 out of 4. And
it's so sad for the cricket.
Pick a heart. Please don't break my pick a heart.
Here comes one of your main eventers from tomorrow night, Al Dukes.
You can't come popping in here as gay as a cricket.
Al?
Hey, I'm the gay guy, remember me? Everything I do is because I'm gay.
Yes, I remember you. Saw you 2 minutes ago.
What are you trying to say?
I'm gay.
Oh, why are you even bring it up?
Guess what? I'm gay.
I know.
We don't have to guess.
What are you even doing?
When I'm interested in one guy, if he doesn't pan out, I'll bang this guy.
What do you mean by pan out? Is that your term for effing?
Al, 3 out of every 4 people voting so far voting against you. You think you could turn this around and have them vote for you?
Well, I'm not even sure I even care if I turn it around. I don't care.
What? The anti-hero?
Well, that's not the crowd is not going to affect me. I have an inner peace right now, and I know that I can win.
An inner peace or a separate peace?
I'd say inner.
An inner peace. That's what he's got.
Doesn't matter whether they cheer for me, boo for me. I don't care.
Well,
I'm fighting my fight.
Good thing, because I would tend to lean towards the booing.
That's fine. Bring it on.
Does it inspire you at all, or is it just, do you really think that people are that uninformed? Ronnie, close that window.
They're going right with the Al's the gay guy, that thing, and voting for all.
You are gay. You are a homosexual. The opposite of straight. You're gay. I know it. Your family knows it. Dogs know it.
That's true. I've talked to some dogs.
They're not even paying attention that I said I've been training. I've probably been to 25 or 30 training sessions. That's a lot.
All right, this on the instant feedback is the inner piece a D. Big thick D.
No. It's called confidence.
Is that what you call it?
You got an inner piece or an inner D?
Inner peace.
Of ass.
Peace. No. Of confidence.
All right, Al. Tomorrow night, it all gets settled.
Yes,
I'm voting against. I'm voting for you. I think I flip-flop back that way.
All right, Al. These the email responses. If you win tomorrow night at the Rec Room, what would you want to put into an email back to all these people that are rooting against you and said you had no chance? What would you say to them?
Just kiss my ass, I told you so. Just like that, in bold print.
You want to do that?
Underlined and italicized.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. All caps?
All caps.
But you'll probably say, quit screaming.
That's going to show up to a lot of the people that actually voted for you, and that'll be sad.
That goes out in a mass email.
Here's somebody voting for you. It's Jim. He says Al in an upset. He's out to prove himself.
Nice.
Here's somebody who says his name is R Shark. I hope Al loses. I can't stand that faggot. See you for the second time tomorrow night. Please bring back Sweet Melissa. She'll be there with us doing a triple X moan.
Nice.
Al Dukes is going to beat the S. He's going to beat the black out of Earl, says Aaron. He's been training. Here,
that's what Al said.
Penguin said, definitely Black Girl. Al is a gay cricket. That's got to hurt.
That's an easy attack to make.
All right.
So obvious.
P. Hender says, this match will end in a no contest. It's going to be more boring than the Mikey D. Hamptons boy fight from Big Ass 1. That's one that I don't even want to discuss again.
Mikey D. Jesse Grubman. Ugh.
Earl's a pearl, says Norman. Earl will beat his ass. These are the funny ones. People are saying, I'm handing you the funny ones. These are the witty ones. A-hole Al.
Oh, I sent that one in.
Al the Pussy Dukes will lose, says Robert T.
Thank you, Robert T.
All right, a lot of people don't like you, Al.
Yeah. Well, that'll all change.
You think they're going to like you?
If not like me, they will definitely respect me.
These funny ones I was handed, not that funny. By the way, here's something interesting. Also, 75% of the board members think Al's going to lose this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the latest poll results. And the polls haven't even closed yet.
Here's one from Steve Ally. Al Dukes will go down 47 seconds into the first round.
Wow, that's 40 seconds longer than you stayed up the last time.
Paul says Dukes folds like a cheap suit.
This is if I was fighting the way I fought last time.
Imp19 says call Al the big white dope.
Big white dope.
Here's Sabotage says he's big and black and on the attack. Al Dukes, you're going to get the bejesus knocked out of you. The 5-pump chump from the Garden State is going down. Why do some people say the bejesus? Does that have anything to do with our Lord?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it's to beat the Jesus out of you.
All right, I got to tell you right now, I'm a little nervous about that cheese dick. If he puts his D in my Frappuccino, I'll kill him. All right?
Yeah, I don't think
and
he would
friends.
do that.
Yeah, I see him coming in. I'm friends with scientists, and I have this stuff tested randomly.
There he
Why'd you give
comes.
me such a massive one? I'm gonna be eating till 5 in the morning.
Cheese dick, are you glad you finally got a name instead of a number?
Yeah, it's better than number 2, yeah.
That you, you acted like number 2 tonight.
You know what? Here's the thing, kid. You're only going to get so many shots in this business. You can't keep messing up. How much was this coffee?
$4.50, foreign change.
You're making a little money for yourself then, aren't you? That's the coffee.
You're taking some off the top, and I don't mean the whipped cream.
Maybe a little, I don't know.
$4.50 for a coffee, Fez. It's ridiculous.
It's nuts.
In this town.
Thank you, sir.
There you go, cheese dick. Thank you again, Pantera.
That's the meanest name any of our interns have ever had.
One of the last ones was called Wonder Boy.
All right, let me go back to some of these instant feedbacks. And it's actually votes on Ron and Fez at WNEW.com. Al Dukes will kick Lazy Earl's ass. Even though Al's pals got burned before. I remember them.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be there backing up our boy who soils himself during a lap dance.
Nice.
That's Ronnie P. I remember Al's pals. They were hysterical. Always bet on black girl number 3. You know you can't beat these people in boxing. Please give me an Annie DeFranco, Jerry. All right,
we'll get one for you, Jerry.
You got that coming your way, brother.
White people are so scared of black people.
Al, does it scare you to know just the fact that you're fighting a black guy?
He's not like a regular tough black guy, so normally it would, but not black girl.
I think Earl's going to win the fight because Al can't brush his teeth properly.
A lot of times it'll come down to gum hygiene.
Here's another one from Bytor. You got to be kidding if you think Al Dukes has a chance. Black Earl, White Earl, Pink Earl, Green Earl, no contest.
I would love to see a Green Earl. Oh, I did. Never mind.
Here's Whipwreck. He says, I hate them both. I guess Black Earl.
Sorry to put him out.
Here's Rob Smith. I should have just said Celtic guy, but it's Rob. Smith is his name. Black Girl's going to beat Al senseless. All he's got to do is brush up against him, and Al will splooge his pants and run out of the ring to get a long shirt.
Al, you better not. Are you wearing a long shirt into the ring?
No, I'm wearing something that'll fit clinging to my body so I can box better.
Al Dukes will definitely win this fight, says Linda. I predict Black Earl will actually stop the fight himself.
Wow. That's an interesting scenario.
Swain says Gay Al will be hypnotized by Black Girl's ebony trouser snake, like the Mad Hatter used to do with Top Hat on Batman.
Swinging back and forth like a pendulum. It's going to hypnotize you, Al.
40 grand says Black Girl's going to win in one of the worst displays of boxing ever. And Sam Spade says, what are we talking? It's candy ass versus candy ass.
Al, are you going to wear the Bon Jovi Superman shirt again? If you have something special you want to wear and you want it to be a surprise, you don't have to tell us.
Yeah, I'm not going to wear that just in case there's any bad luck still left, and I have a different shirt picked out.
One of those bat shirts?
Splooge shirts?
No.
Ew, it isn't the shirt that the check got rubbed on when Billy crapped.
Crap shirt?
No, I've not worn that since that night that
You're
happened.
wearing it right now.
This is a different shirt.
Ew.
It's nothing like it.
You're so gross.
All right, Roger Delaney says thanks, guys. I think that Al Dukes is going to win because Earl chokes under pressure, and that's true.
I have mentioned that before. No one fears the spotlight more than Black Earl.
Here's Gary. Gary is backing up Al. Gary, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Gary.
Al Dukes is definitely going to win because those gay guys are used to getting beat up a lot, so they got to be tough.
You know, that is true. Well, gay
and
guys
that's why he's going to win.
Yeah, especially like a lot of trannies and stuff, Fez. They're used to having to fight their way up and down the street.
Al, let me ask you this. Are you going to do this for Stonewall and what happened there, the riots?
No, I'm not gay. I don't fight because I'm gay.
You just want to be known as an individual. You don't want to be a gay hero.
You don't want special rights. You just want equal rights.
I'm a straight guy, so whatever rights you get for that, that's all I'm looking for.
Straight guy rights? Call your U.S. and state senator for that one. 877-692-1027. Big ass night of fights. It is tomorrow night. I can't wait. The Rec Room.
Ed, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey,
I got another poll result that just came in.
Oh, what do you have?
75% of all the KKK thinks Black Girl's going to win.
You know, you do have a way of having white people vote for blacks, so you're helping there.
You bring all the races together against you.
Like when we all cheered when Hitler was disappointed in 32 at those Olympics.
Right.
Jesse Owens became the hero to everybody because he made Hitler look like an idiot. You're like a Hitler.
I'm nothing like a Hitler.
Kind of.
You're a lot like Hitler.
An unfunnier, a less funny Hitler.
Right. I mean, you got the mustache, but just not the timing.
This on the instant feedback. Al, do you feel like a Jedi now with your inner peace?
I don't know about being a Jedi, but I know I'm ready to box. I'm a fighter, not a Jedi. Focused fighter.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure everyone has that clear that you're saying it right now. You're not a Jedi Knight.
I'm a boxer.
Okay, good, because that really needed to be said. There was a lot of confusion from the people that saw Attack of the Clones today.
All right, Eddie the Murderer is on line 9, Fezzy. He's got some good news for us. He's stopping out tomorrow at the Big Ass Night of Fights. Eddie, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Listen,
Eddie.
I'm not a murderer. Listen, I can't go to the show. My wife is threatening me that she will not let me give me permission to see my daughter, and I because my wife and I are separated.
Real wife or pretend wife?
My real wife.
Real daughter?
And I didn't kill anybody, so please, I had the police here again. Please, I did not murder anybody, so I cannot make the show.
What did the police tell you this time?
Stay off the air.
All right, Eddie, here's the thing. You're not going to be on the air tomorrow night. You're just showing up like you did at the last Big Ass Night.
I know, but my wife is threatening to me if I go to the show, she will not let me.
She's not allowed to do that.
Well, what do you want me to do?
You want us to get you a lawyer?
I might need a lawyer if I keep on calling the show. But I would love to go, but I can't chance it, Ron.
You're not going to be in the show.
I know that, but she says she doesn't want me to be there
Eddie, you're just going out to the Rec Room to have some fun.
I know that.
That's not against the law.
I know that.
That's no reason for someone to withhold your child from
you. Want us to talk to her?
No, forget it. You can't talk to my wife.
Why?
Because
she crazy?
The S is already hitting the fan, yeah.
What is she mad about?
How many people is Mrs. Polo married to?
So I want to get off the air before I get in trouble with the police.
Here's the thing. How old's your daughter?
13.
All right, does she know that you're the guy in the paper and on
Yes.
Is she proud?
No, she's not. She's very ashamed of me.
Why? You killed two guys.
I did not do that. Please, Ron, please don't say that because I'm going to be in trouble as it is.
Your daughter should be like the young Boba Fett.
Well, I love you guys. Please don't. I have to get off the air, okay?
Why?
Because.
All right, we're going to see you tomorrow night. Travis Pickle's picking you up.
I can't,
we got your ride.
I can't be there. I'll try. If anything changes, I'll call you. But
you're going to be there.
I cannot be there. I'm telling you, Ron.
What if you're out there and we just don't say Eddie's there? We just say Ed or Edward. We use a different name completely.
My wife is already threatened me with this stuff.
Treat her like you did the two Cubans.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing. Give me a break. It was a made-up story, please. All right, guys?
I'm confused. Are you going to be there or not?
I can't be there. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't.
How are you going to settle this thing with your wife?
I have no idea.
Oh, my
not
God.
that way.
Oh, my God.
Let me go, okay, guys? You have a good evening, and thank you for everything.
Hold on. I'm going to put you on hold. Rory's going to talk to you, okay?
All right.
Because we're all waiting to see you tomorrow night.
People want to meet you. You went to Big Ass Night of Fights 1. It wouldn't be Big Ass Night of Fights 2 without you.
I think of you as a hero.
But I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, but I'm anti-Cuban. Was it Cuban or Colombian?
Colombian.
Okay, yeah, I thought maybe you were Castro. Well, Colombia's not exactly our friends.
Not in this drug war.
Yeah. There's a drug war going on, Eddie, and you took them to
this.
him.
I have the hotline number. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll F it. I'll make it. I'm going, okay?
Yay!
All right?
Eddie!
All right?
Eddie!
So I'll be out there at 4:30.
All right, buddy.
All right, we got Travis Bickle picking you up.
Yeah,
You're going to be
pick me up, Travis.
You're going to be well taken care of.
All right.
All right.
But I did not...
We know.
Okay.
We know.
You
Just
never
get that
called.
over the radio so I will not get any more detectives at my house.
That's just a little joke.
All right, thank you.
All right, see you tomorrow night.
Okay, good night.
All right,
Thank you, Eddie.
And you know what, Fezzy? Let's you and I spend our time stopping the rumors that are going on around Eddie.
All right, about Eddie the murderer.
Which basically came out of the O&A show.
Yeah.
He never said he murdered anybody.
Right. I mean, that's, that's that liberal media.
Tomorrow night is going to be fights, chicks, freaks.
You don't want to miss it. It's Big Ass Night of Fights 2, Wallington, New Jersey, at the Rec Room.
Special guest, Eddie, the guy who killed no one.
There you go.
And let's start moving that.
Yeah, Eddie the hoax murderer.
Let's see some of these tabloids apologize. For the Ron and Fez Show.